All right. Hello, bros and brosettes. Welcome to Hi Brociety. This is a special episode. This will be our first and this is the only and first episode we will be doing in English. So apologies to all those that can't understand what I'm saying right now. But there's a reason to it because we have a special guest today. Unfortunately, Beanie, my co-podcaster, he's missing in action. We don't know what's going on with him. He might join, maybe he will join while we're talking. But anyway, we have Konstantin here today with us, with me. So just introduce yourself to the bros.
Yeah. Hi everybody. My name is Konstantin. I'm 30 years old. I live in Siberia, in Krasnoyarsk city, and I am a teacher and a marketer.
All right. Okay. What do you teach?
This is IT.
All right. Okay. So the idea behind this podcast was just to give our audience. I think maybe we should do like a little disclaimer. I don't think neither one of us is claiming to be some kind of geopolitical expert or anything. For me, I just wanted to offer our listeners what's life like in Russia at the moment for a Russian male. And yeah, so you offered me to do a podcast together, and I think this might have some interesting insights. So yeah, what is life like at the moment in Siberia?
Really, not scary right now, absolutely, because all you listen about mobilization in Russia. This is I'm sorry, but this is a bullshit.
All right, okay.
I'm here, more my friends here, because of course, yes, a little bit guys who now on war, but but it's not scary in общих чертах.
But you have friends, and I think you have a brother who's in the military right now.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. My cousin on war right now, and my best friend right now too.
Okay. So what about the mobilization is not true? What aspect? Are they not mobilizing any more people at the moment?
There was only one wave of mobilization, and in this wave mobilized only guys who serve in army, in artillery, and in I don't know how it's in English, MLRS army. Maybe this is correct.
I think one important aspect for our listeners is, do you support Putin, or are you against what he's doing right now?
This is a hard question, but no, I didn't support Putin in more things, because if called not only on my person, if we called about all population of Russia, this is hardly then I think 1 minute.
No problem. I can edit if you need some time.
The majority begins to support Putin, if we called about social, because one moment if we called about war, one thing I can say for sure, no one wants the war continues, but have a moment. Someone is positive, see on war, someone is negative, but there are favor such people. The attitude to the conflicts is changing now, and not to the conflict on Putin too. A lot of people who thought that the propaganda media is our country was too propagandistic began to follow the international and Ukrainian media, and what they saw shocked them. I am about insults Russians. No, it's about Ukrainian media. Calls to kill Russian children and other really bad Nazi statements. And at first they did not understand half life to Russia. Now they do not understand Ukraine.
Okay, let me see if I understand that correctly. So at the beginning, there was a lot of support for the war, and it's starting to get less, or is it starting to get more at the moment?
Now it's get more.
More, because of news reports of like war crimes that Ukrainians did to Russian people.
Yep. So many people see Ukrainian news, and this is. I just now I little bit told you what I mean. When my friends who live in Russia start learn Ukrainian news, she is ask me a question like what a smoke Ukrainian media. We need smoke too, because Ukrainian media writing news like Russian are surprised by toilets and microwaves. Come on. or a Russian soldier raped a child with a spoon. Are you fucking serious? This is really what smoke Ukrainian media, and this is words Zelensky wife. She called this in Europe. I didn't remember where she called that, and this is a shock. My friends and other people who see news.
I see. So, but how is your view changing as well on the war? Because I can remember at the beginning you were very against what's going on and very anti.
Now I am. If we called about I am still against war.
Okay. You still also
because I have a.
Yeah.
What?
No, go on.
Because I don't like it. I have friends on other sides in this war. I know 62 guys who now on war, and two killed.
All right.
I don't know how it's correctly.
Yeah.
And I don't want listen news about somebody dead on this war.
Okay, so just to get back to the point that you made before, so like a lot of people were watching Ukrainian news and saw that they were also spreading probably some misinformation, because let's be real, there's gonna be propaganda on both sides. So that's the reason why people are starting to support it more now. Did I understand that correctly?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's not good, I guess.
Yep, that's really not good. Because people saw when they're listening something new, bad news. I mean about Russian people from Ukrainian media. They for more and more aggressive.
And I see. Yeah, that's the problem with propaganda in general, because if you see it also on the other side, because we also see a lot of what Russia is talking about our countries, We have a few news outlets that do like compilations with all Russian propaganda stuff about Europe, and like there's a lot of it is like also really not true or very exaggerated, and that's a problem, yeah, because it also at the beginning of the war you also had a wave of Russophobia, like people being very hostile towards Russian people, and that's probably like the same phenomena that you're describing right now, I guess.
Unfortunately, there's little bad talk about European countries in the news. We saw how it's in English. We saw neat praises in our words in media. No, I am about Russian media. And they not talk shit about Europe. Yep, he's talk about problem in Europe, but not shit. What?
Probably depends on what I can send you a few clips where it's cut together, like different sorts of clips where it's like obvious Russian propaganda from TV stations. So it might be different. I don't know. I just have to show you myself. What do normal Russian people do? What kind of media do they have access to at the moment? Can everyone access Facebook and Instagram, or do you need a VPN for that?
We need a VPN for that, but all used that. This is normal. Dmitry Medvedev used VPN for Twitter, but Twitter banned it on in Russia.
Oh, okay.
But Dmitry Medvedev, this is vice-president of Russia, and this is so interesting. When Twitter sells Elon Musk, somebody in government tell about unban Twitter because told about Musk Musk, this is Kremlin agent, something like that.
So you said you have quite a lot of friends, like 62 people is that are in the army right now, and are they all at war at the moment, or are some of them still training camp or something like that?
They are all on war, but somebody now in vacation.
All right. So
he have a vacation in 2 weeks and go home on these 2 weeks.
Okay. So how do they describe the situation in Ukraine? What's the reason? What are they told? Why are they going to war?
This is really hard to explain, hard to talk about this, because everybody, because he have so different, so different this situation. Anybody told about we beat a Nazi, somebody told we just we just executing orders command, but nobody didn't want how it's in English. He have good salaries for this, but these salaries not need for you if you killed.
Yeah. There's no use for money if you're dead. Yeah. So they're being told different things. a few of them are told because of the supposed Nazis that are in the Ukrainian government, and a few. What were the other reasonings? I didn't quite understand.
These guys don't talk about the reasons.
Okay, I see.
Because this is, I don't know how it's explained. So many guys, these guys, he is patriots of country, and somebody didn't support Putin, but he understand, because he understand if we lost this war, one moment I remember English, didn't remember so many words. If we lost war, that we then there will be problems, because we want to pay so many money for restoration of Ukraine, and
if you lose.
Yep. If we lose, and all budget just burn.
Yeah. Did they say anything? Because we hear reports of a lot of Russian soldiers who are captured who say that the equipment for a lot of soldiers is not good. Some of them apparently were sent or given orders, and they didn't really know what exactly was going on. At least that's what they said when they were captured. That might also just be a lie on their own side. I don't know. But have they said anything like that?
If I correctly understand you, in general, the army is fully equipped, but someone buys better ammunition.
So do the soldiers have to buy their own equipment? Do they?
Yep.
Okay. I see. Huh. So are they given like a standard gear, and anything else they want, they have to buy them themselves with their own money?
Yep.
Okay. Has that always been like this?
What?
Has that always been like this?
Yep.
All right. Okay.
This is normal. But someone orders ammunition, American ammunition from UAE. I mean Dubai and other Arabian Emirates, and someone orders something from Europe. My friends order in Poland.
Really?
How it's called? Yep. He is order. How it's thermal imagers, and use that.
What? For real? Like the Russian soldiers are ordering equipment from European countries, and
and this is not joke. This is real.
Okay.
This is so interesting.
That's really interesting.
Because somebody used NATO weapons. If you know what is Wagner.
Group Wagner, yeah,
Yep. There, buy NATO weapon on how it's they buy a NATO weapon on black market.
Okay.
In Ukraine.
Okay. That's so fucked up.
I understand. This is blowing mind, but this is war, and all want want to stay alive. And, anybody do money, just all.
But yeah, it does make sense, because I did hear about that. There's like a big problem of weapons that are delivered to Ukraine, that they go missing and that they end up in the black market. But I wasn't aware that groups like the Wagner Group have access to that as well, or that it's also sold to Russia. Then, because that's fucking crazy. Because that's really crazy. All right.
We have Ural Vagon Zavod. This is military corporation who make a weapon. And on black market, they buy American MLRS delivered on Ukraine. And they are just investigated this MLRS and used the technologies.
So is it delivered to the east of Ukraine, or is it how does the transport?
I don't know.
You don't know that. Yeah.
I don't know подробности. I don't know details of this. Deal.
Yeah. But that's what your friends have told you, how it works, basically.
Repeat, please.
That your friends told you that is how it works with the equipment, or how do you know?
Oh, equipment work good. I maybe I not correctly understand you, but if I correctly understand you, many weapons in Russian army on first time work so bad, but now this situation is fixed, and army have a good weapon. A little bit about black market. We have military bloggers in YouTube, and there for videos buy NATO weapons. You will see it on YouTube on channels like how it's крупнокалиберный переполох.
Yeah,
they tested NATO weapons. Because these guys they are from Donetsk and just recorded video.
Crazy, that's crazy, man.
That's so interesting.
How are the casualties communicated to you? Because our media, we don't necessarily believe what Ukraine is telling us either, because we know that they are probably not telling us the truth as well. But it does seem like there are much higher casualties on Russian side than on Ukrainian side. Is that also what is communicated to you?
I didn't understand the question.
I'll try it again. According to the news, more Russian people are killed in the war than Ukrainian people.
I understand what you mean. I heard more from media and from my friends who on the war, and this is not true. If trust him, but I trust, and
you trust your friends, or do you trust the news?
Yep.
Your friends.
I trust my friends. He told me about now war is so in war now used more artillery than soldiers and Russia have mm, sorry, Russia have reception in artillery, and this and artillery allows minimize losses soldiers. This is majority fact about.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is communicated to you? What is the goal of this war? How is that communicated to?
Oh, goal this war. This is a mystery. I don't know how it's explained, because goals in Russian media every month change it. Denazificated, demilitarization, Ukrainian, defense Russian population, and other moments. And guys who on war, he told he told about defense of Russian population like majority goals this war, because they don't understand how it is possible to ban the Russian language toward the country. This is an interesting situation is being created in in Russian speaking city like Donetsk, Lugansk, Artyomovsk, Kharkov, and other, in a Russian school with Russian teachers and with Russian children. You can't learn Russian. This interesting.
So so the oppression of the Russian language, of Russian people in the east of Ukraine is one of the reasons that they put on, give you on going on to war. Did I understand that correctly?
Yep. But now I understand one of goals of war. This is a resource.
Yeah, sure. When I listen to economists on various podcasts, all of them saying that Russia is going to have big troubles in the next few years with the economy. Is that also something that they talk about in Russia, or is everything good just because it seems good at the moment?
If really, I don't feel it right now, and I didn't see something what told me about problems in economy.
It's probably something that will be happening in the next few years. That will be slowly ramping up. That's what economists think, at least. If it's going to happen, we will see. But are there any critical voices in Russia that talk about this stuff, that are also fearful that the economy might get bad in the next few years?
Really, I didn't heard something like this, but some economists told about Ukraine. This is economic, how it's in English, economic corpse. I don't know.
Ukraine for sure, yeah.
Economist, this is like a propagandist in our country, and economist experts. It's biggest propaganda, and we want to see on real, not numbers, how it's. We want to see on real numbers. Yep.
You need to
now see,
to actually see it to believe that something is going to happen. You have to see it first, is what you're saying.
I didn't understand again.
You're saying you want to see that you have to feel that something is actually happening to believe the economists. Did I understand that correctly?
But I don't understand that correctly.
Never mind. Not that important.
Yes.
Are you afraid that you have to go to war as well at some point, maybe?
No, I didn't afraid because I know I didn't go on this war because I didn't have army profession, but I have a specialty skills useful for army now.
I see. So like behind the desk, basically, you can also do stuff for the army on a PC.
Repeat.
So you can also.
I have a skills with drones.
I see. You were trained to operate drones.
Yep.
Okay. Was that when did that happen? Was that before the war?
Yep. I work teacher 3 years, and I'm a teacher so difficult disciplines like I don't know how it's in English. Aero discipline. It's discipline because about drones and aircrafts and other things. I teacher IT and I teacher virtual reality, augmented reality.
Interesting.
And I for блин, как это по-английски? One moment. And I teach for myself similar things about like using aircraft and drones.
Interesting.
It's just interesting for me.
Because I was asking because when I was in Thailand a few months ago, I also met there are a lot of Russian people where I am at always, and I talked to some of them, and there were actually quite a few who were at the moment they're just traveling because they're afraid that they have to go to war if they go back home, so they try to stay abroad as long as possible at the moment.
I have friends who live in Russia, from Russia, and somebody just traveling around the world, somebody just emigrated in other countries like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzia, somebody emigrated in Mongolia, but I don't know why. But have friends who
left the country,
immigrated, left the country in Litva, Belarus, and others. He didn't have a problem with traveling on world. More what talk in media, this is not true. I told you about sanctions in this summer when Tokyo had sanctions on Russia. He is talk about we closed all ports and no one ship don't go in Russia, but she is closed only one port, and this situation this situation similar on situation with traveling, if I correctly understand your question.
No. What I was saying is that because I was asking you if you were afraid that you have to go to war, because you said not really. Because I met a lot of people, Russian people, when I was in Thailand, who said they are afraid of going to war, so they try to they stay abroad as long as possible. They don't want to go back until everything is over. They try to stay in other countries for until it's over, basically. So I was wondering if most men who are not enlisted yet, if most of them are not worried where you're living at, or if there are a lot of them are still also kind of worried and scared that maybe in the future they have to go to war.
Somebody really afraid this, because guys, I am afraid too if in so moments, but I don't know how ask on this question. This is really hard to explain with my English level.
Yeah, we can skip ahead then.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, well, I don't know. What do you, it's kind of also like a hard question to ask, but do people in Russia, do people think that this will go on for longer, or do they think it's gonna be over soon?
So people think this is not long war. So many people think now Russia win in. No, this is not problem, but how win with one moment with close score or not?
Because that's coming back to the question I was asking before, like what is the goal of the war? Because we are still we don't understand what Russia is trying to achieve in Ukraine. What would be a victory for Russia?
It's hard to say. It's hard understood for me. I mean this situation, because I didn't understand this war, but this is happened. And this is how much continues it, more than a year, and I still didn't in my head didn't understand all this shit.
I don't think anyone really does. Are there still people protesting against the war? Are there still a lot of protests going on, or has that gotten less now?
This less now. Now protest is no protest. Just.
So are people also just starting to accept it as a new reality? Because I know in Europe, at the beginning of the war, everyone was really invested, everyone was watching the news, everyone was scared that we might have a nuclear war sometime, and now the longer the war goes on, the less people care about it. And really, I myself notice it, like I don't watch the news at all anymore. Is that also kind of the same in Russia, or are people still more invested into it because it's your country that's involved?
Some people now really accepted it. Yep, I understood you, but so many people now really accepted this reality, and calm it down. They remember situation with Donbass. I mean, when Russian-speaking cities were just being shelled, and situation with Odessa, where in House of Culture, I don't know how it's in English, with Russian-speaking residents was burned, and these facts calmed down popularity, and the see on board with different how with different say me it with different take a look. I don't know correctly that's or not.
Okay, we got another hard question, but I would just be interested what you personally think. I was asking about what the reasons are for this war. Nobody really knows because many reasons are told to you. Do you think, because also a lot of people think that the reasons that Putin is giving to the public are not the actual reasons. They think that Putin is very ideologically driven, that he basically just wants to have back the old Soviet Union the way it was in the 90s. Do you think this is also true, maybe?
No, because I didn't feel so many ideologies from TV or other media. Nobody didn't talk about Soviet Union. Maybe anybody want it, but in but biggest piece of popularity didn't talk about it. Didn't talk about Soviet Union. More people not want back to times when Soviet Union is существовал, when Soviet Union existed.
So the fear is from the Western perspective, why we are trying to back up Ukraine is because a lot of countries fear that they might be next, though. Like Poland is very afraid that if Ukraine loses, then Russia will try to take Poland next, and other countries as well, neighboring countries. Are you also afraid that this might be something that is possible in the future?
I can say for sure, because I so many talk about this with my friends who on war. The war will not go on Poland and other countries. Because this is NATO, and if Russia start war with Poland, this is a biggest problem for all countries.
Yeah, sure. Are people afraid of that it might escalate to a nuclear war in Russia? Is that something that people are concerned about as well?
This is bullshit. Nuclear weapons didn't nuclear weapons didn't apply on war, because this is biggest problem firstly for Russia. If we use that, we anybody want to kill us if we use it.
Yeah. We're all gonna die if someone does it. It's like the whole world.
Yeah.
But that's a fear that a lot of people have, that maybe something will happen, like some kind of incident that might escalate it to that level. I don't think it will happen either. Like, most people don't really think it will happen, but it's like in the back of the head of a lot of people still, that something stupid may happen. Like, someone would do something stupid that would provoke such an action, or that maybe a tactical nuke would be used where only a certain area is then destroyed. I don't know. I don't think it will happen either, but I was just wondering if Russian people are afraid of it escalating that way as well.
Yeah, we operate it, but there are fanatics who say that is necessary to use nuclear weapons. But this is idiots.
So, yeah, to bring it to the end. So, what is your hope for the future?
I don't know what I hope for future, because how it's called. It's hard for me to predict my future or other future so far. I am very windy, and besides, no, I don't know. What's hope? Stop, hope. God damn. Это пиздец. One second.
What do you wish for the future? What would be the best scenario?
Best scenario. Future will be peaceful soon. And this is hope so many people in Russia.
Do you think
because war, this is hardly for mind in country, mind people in country. Maybe correctly?
Do you think the relationship between Russian people and Ukrainian people, that it can be repaired again, or do you think this is something that's gonna be a very long time? It's gonna be bad, basically.
Well, this relationship will be restored, but a long time. We want a long time to recover this relationship. But now Russians didn't afraid or angry on Ukrainians. We so friendly. Goddamn, Russia friendly. Yeah. But really, for simple Ukrainians, Russian so friendly. In so many Russian cities, we have cars with Ukrainian plate numbers. We see Ukrainians in Moscow. Some guys from YouTube, how it's walk on Moscow with Ukrainian flag, and nobody didn't beat it or something like that.
Okay. So there's no hate on Ukrainians just for being Ukrainian from
no, absolutely no hate. When start Donbass conflict, so many people from Donbass going in Russia and in Krasnoyarsk, in my city too, and I see these people, so many corporations who have flats, give these flats people from Donbass.
Do you have friends and family in Ukraine or from Ukraine?
Friends, yep. I have friends in Ukraine, friends in Lugansk and Donetsk.
Have you talked to them about the situation? Do you know their thoughts on it?
Yes, of course I'm talk. Ukrainians in first time so angry from this situation. No, I understood. I understood him because this friend from Kiev, and in first days this is scary what see him, and on him left the country in first days. With time he is calming down, and we now talk about this situation and other situation. And I told you in Instagram about my friend from Lugansk, doctor, and they say we talked about it with you. I remember one moment. I remember it.
Yeah, I think I can have a slight memory of that too.
He told me about. He said that Russians had never bombed him, and I trust him. In one moment, in 16 year, I told with streamer from Donetsk, and he told me about that too. About Russians never bombed him.
Are your friends all?
And
are they all? Sorry, yeah.
What?
Go ahead.
Yep. I listen to you.
Are they all still in the Ukraine, or are they somewhere else now?
A man who in Donetsk, he is left. Now he in Europe. But Sergey, a doctor from Lugansk, now in Lugansk, and on and him still work and worked in a hospital.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So this is already an hour. So usually our episodes, they always last an hour. So it's been very interesting. I got a few new insights. Thanks for your time, bro.
Thanks for you, and I pull up my English. We're recording something next time.
Yeah, maybe we can do this again sometime in the future. Let's hope that things will get better until then. And hopefully we'll have a more positive interaction then. More positive things to talk about.
Right, if one moment, if anybody want to ask me a question, go in my Instagram, Konstantin.z, and Z, this is my surname. Just yep.
All right, cool, bro.
Thanks you. This is a cool experience for me.
Is this your first podcast? This your first podcast?
Yep. This is my first podcast. I work on TV, but this is something new.
All right, cool, bro. We'll do this again sometime. Okay, thanks. Dear bros and brosettes, we will hear each other in 2 weeks.